Label cans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Roundtable Oddcast. It's been a month? Yeah, it's been a month. That's my fault, because I went camping. And then nobody was able to reschedule for a new episode, so we just had to wait. And then it's Doom's fault for working too hard and killing himself, because he's going to do like 16 hours mandatory overtime in one day, so that's why he's not here tonight. And instead, I am joined by Dickbag McGee, Chrono, and Doom's lovely Mrs. Scarlet. This week's sponsor is, again, fucking none, because we don't have any.
Well, how about we're sponsored by Australian Natural Water? I can't really make that focus, but...
We're also still looking into getting the Oddcast episodes up on Spotify. Turns out that takes money, one day at a time. But, yeah, so how you guys doing? How's your coronavirus life? How's the quarantine life?
Oh, it's lit over here. The other day we only had 3 active cases of coronavirus in Queensland the other day. And then some fucking idiot, our premier for the state, opened up borders so people could travel in and out of states. And some dude, he went to Melbourne and he visited family and stuff. He came back to Brisbane, visited family, and then he went up to Bundaberg and visited family.
I imagine these are all
He has coronavirus. And he's just fucking spread it because of the amount of people he's just seen and obviously unknowingly had coronavirus. And they shouldn't have opened the borders. They shouldn't have done that. And so we're going from 3 active cases to, I imagine, probably 30 because of the spread of it. They tried to cut it quickly, so anyone who he saw or was on that flight, they've tried to quarantine them the moment that they could,
You're sitting here talking about 30 cases in one state in Australia. Meanwhile, my one state in the U.S. has 27,000 confirmed cases.
Which is crazy. That's why, we got lucky. We got really lucky over here. It's just
you guys were smart. You shut your borders down almost instantly.
And,
yeah, but Scarlett, you had a nice 2-month vacation of quarantine, didn't you? Your mic cut out there, but I imagine you said "fuck you."
I did.
Yeah.
Quarantine did not exist for me.
She's
I work
essential.
in retail. I'm essential.
Mm-hmm.
Stores got busier.
People
Staff got
dumber.
shorter. Hours got longer. Pay increased a little bit, but not enough to actually make a difference. And people got suckier and ruder and more violent.
Yep.
They were throwing tissue boxes at some of our cashiers.
That sounds delightful.
I wish it was me, because would have chucked it right back.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I had to go back to work, unfortunately. I've been on quarantine for 2 months, and our governor didn't want us to reopen, but the economy sucks, and my company's like, we're losing money, open the doors. And the people fucking suck. Because a lot of people are still being smart, and they're being like, let's not go out. So even though I work in a restaurant, we're still dead. Like Friday night, I went home during dinner rush at 6:30. Saturday, Sunday, nobody's coming in. Except the idiots. And the people who don't tip. And the people who have issues with everything. And one girl was crying in the back, and I was like, sweetheart, I've been quarantined for 2 months. Send me to your table. I will happily fight a customer. Let's do this. Let's go. I've got so much, because I love fighting the customers. And whenever there's a problem table, people send me out there because I'm just a dick. It's great. But, so again, we have Miss Scarlet joining us, who is so much more pretty than Doom to look at. So this might actually get views on it. Scarlet, how did you and Doom meet?
Well, a bajillion years ago.
The land before time.
Yes. I worked at a candy store and in a little mall area. Yeah. It's not there anymore, so that's probably why. But yeah, in this little outdoor mall area, and he worked right next door with you.
I was about to say, I was there too. Hi, guys.
At the lovely game. Yes, but you are not the reason we met.
I also knew you before then.
You did. See, and I actually didn't. I knew who he was because the stores are the size of my kitchen, so one person tends to be working there at a time.
Right.
So like in the morning, I would go and like open the door, and apparently one day he like waved at me, and I did not pay attention at all, and he was like, "Wow, she's a bitch," and just like went into the store. Thought nothing of it because I didn't really shop there much. Oh no, and I mean like this is my face half the time. Like I don't blame him. And then our lovely friend from high school who also worked with you, who I was friends with, I think this was one of the times when like I closed after your store did. So they closed down and then they came in, and that was the first time I actually met him.
We're talking Dalton or Cody, right?
Yeah. Ew, Dalton. Yeah, no, one night
You
Dalton
just said ew, Dalton.
No, ew, Cody. Ew,
There
Cody.
you go.
No. Dalton, he brought, I'm going to say Doom, but that's very weird for me to say, into the store.
Yeah.
And he was actually dating this totally sane person at the time.
I know who. Yeah.
And Dalton was just like, "Hey, you're a girl," and was asking me advice on that current dating situation. And I basically just told him, I don't remember exactly. Something was going on with a TV. I don't know. And I just told him it didn't sound like a great situation, and I wouldn't really take part in that. And then I think like 2 weeks later, him and that girl broke up. And I don't remember how I started talking to him, but I think we started talking on Instagram, and then that eventually led to hanging out like outside of work. We would get off work and we would go and stand by our cars and just like talk for forever. And then when we had that creepy security guard, I don't know if you still work there then, but there was a dude who stalked like every single girl that worked in the mall. And so he would wait for me because the guy would come to my window and like wait for me to leave and then follow to the back of the store. Your face.
That's just fucking awful.
Apparently he used to be in a cult. Like, I don't know, but I see him at Target sometimes, and like he'll come up and talk to me, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
So he's a stalker and part of a cult.
He, like,
do you want to be sacrificed to the Dark Lord Satan? I'm sure Doom is actually down for that. Because then he can get tattoos.
No, he had like this like serpent ring, and he was telling me about it. He was like, "Yeah, I used to belong to like witchcraft and stuff." And I was like, "Cool. I'm alone, and let's see, I was either 18 or 19." So I was just like,
That's
"Yeah,
right.
I don't
For
want
those
to
of you
hang
that
out
don't
with
know,
you."
Doom is a cradle robber.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just started talking, and then let's see, 10 months later, he finally made me his girlfriend.
I remember like him mentioning you guys talking, and I thought it was really weird. I was like, candy store chick? Really?
Yeah.
Because this was before we were actually friends. Like, we knew each other, but we weren't really friends.
Yeah. And it just...
She was a candy store chick. That's your name now.
Well, I mean, I knew...
I had a lot of names around that store.
I knew the girl that he was dating at the time. Well, not knew her personally, but I knew of her and had seen pictures of her, and I was like, that seems more your type of gal. The candy store chick? Really? Okay, Doom. Okay, Doom. And I mean, it worked out because I already knew Laura or Scarlet. Fuck, shit, bitch.
You're gonna call me Robert now? Are you gonna call me Robert?
I'm not, because I met you as Chrono. I know you as Chrono. With Doom, it's actually become very easy because I started the name change thing like 5 years ago when I was first streaming. I was like, look, I want to do online names. Not for any particular reason. I don't know. I thought it was cooler for brand. So that's why I just kind of stick with it. But so that was one of the topics that the community wanted to know, was how you guys met, fell in love. And
if you ask him, he has a very different story, and that story is that I stalked him.
I've heard that side of the story. I have.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it's not true.
Whoa! Hold up. So she stalked him. So
okay.
wait, Doom has Stockholm syndrome. That's it. Get him away for a week, and he's gonna be like, "Eyes are open."
No, it was not that bad. Basically, I still possess this a little bit now, but I was not initially attracted to him, and I think he
I don't
was
blame you.
just physically like attracted to me, because at that point in his life, that was kind of all he was interested in. I mean, he was, let's see, that was almost 6 years ago, so
I constantly
like,
give him shit for being a whore. We all have talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he just saw me as like, and I was a lot cuter then. I'll just put that out there. I was.
She was.
So he saw me, like, just in that way, and I was very much not at all like, it was hard for me to see anybody seeing me that way. Like, I very much had the mentality of no one looks at me like that.
I'm not gonna lie, you paused really long when you were like, he saw me, and I was like, changing? Like what? It just happened to be like a fucking dressing room fling real quick? Like, holy shit.
That's what happened. That's what happened behind the curtain in the Peanut Man. No, but so we actually started talking because I was doing stupid things with somebody else who was not treating me well.
Oh, I thought it was...
No.
What were you thinking?
Somebody else.
No. So
Piece of
I
shit.
would like vent to him and stuff, and he would just basically tell me that I was being stupid, which I was. So the friendship developed, and he was just a really nice guy, and probably because he was older than me, and like guys my age are just stupid.
Hey. Well, I'm older than you too, so.
Well, I'll give you that one. But yeah, so we were just friends and whatnot, and we talked a little bit, but I always wanted to hang out, and he would tell me no. He was like, I know myself. If we were to like hang out actually at a place, basically he would try to make a move on me. And I was like, no, because I'm very naive and stupid and stuff.
Yeah.
So I basically just bugged him until he finally agreed to let me come over and hang out.
Yeah.
And then you fucked.
Yeah. Because that's a lot. Like, I've heard that line so many times where the dude is like, they want to be friends, and then they're like, oh, like, I don't trust us being alone together. I might do something, It's like, I know that line.
Yeah.
It's just like a male
Well, that's
thing.
testing
like,
the waters.
hey,
Because if she just giggles about it, you're like, I'm in. And if she goes, ew, no, then you're like, okay, shit. I got no chance.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, that's how you test the waters there. You dip your toes in. It was pretty scalding hot. He dove right on it.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of us actually realized that I had feelings for him until... So, there's a lot of fun stories within our relationship. Me and one of his ex-girlfriends have the exact same birthday. And when we started talking in like December, and my birthday is December 15th, and so then we started hanging out and like being friends and whatnot, and he took her out for her birthday, and I got really jealous. I didn't know why. He was like, okay, this is starting to like make sense and stuff. And then they were kind of becoming friends again, and I got super jealous. And I guess that's when we both realized that I had feelings for him.
Yeah. I mean, like, that, to me, the best relationships, most of the time, usually start with a good friendship. That's usually how it works.
100%.
Like, that's what happened with Harley and I. Like, I met her because I was friends with her ex. And like we started talking. The first night I met her, she was pissed drunk. And she just got picked up from a party, and instead of her going and sitting with him, like, for the night or whatnot, she came and sat and chatted with me for like 2 hours. I didn't notice any signs. Apparently she was already sort of like, I think I like this person, because this other dude, it wasn't like...
I mean, have you heard your
nice
accent? Duh. That's all it takes.
Well, she's
dude.
British, so I heard her accent, so...
I dated a British chick. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
In reality, or in your dreams?
In reality.
Sure. Anyway.
Sure. Yeah, but... And so she had feelings for me. I had no clue, because I'm oblivious to that sort of shit. And
Same.
Yeah. And we were chatting, and that night I was supposed to stay the night, but I'm like, I'm going to go home because I'm afraid I'm going to hear these two doing it. It's going to be weird. But after a little bit,
that's when you just
she was
walk
like,
in
hey...
and go, got room for one more.
Oh, God, no, I wouldn't go near this dude. Like, it's not like I've stole her from this brilliant, nice guy or anything. He's a cunt. He is a... he is a real cunt. So I was like not afraid at all. And the moment that I realized I had feelings was she messaged me and she was like, "Hey, look, there's this concert coming up at the end of the year. It was a 21 Pilots concert." And she was like, "Hey, I Connor doesn't want to go with me." Whoop, name drop. Uh,
yes, because out of all the Connors in the world, I'm gonna be like, that cunt. You know what? Next time I talk to my Connor in Gang Beasts, I'm just gonna call him a cunt.
Yeah, do it.
That Connor.
Also, that's the next YouTube video coming up.
Oh, nice. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you want me to come along?" She's like, "Yeah, you just got to give me money for the ticket." And I'm like, "Of course." Like, and we went to the concert together. I picked her up from her place, and I was dressed up all nice. I was a lot skinnier then too. I'm trying to get back to it, but
Same.
And so we spent the night at the concert, and it just felt right. And it took 3 months after that is when we confessed, and a month beforehand I was at a party, and I was like, "This party sucks." And she started messaging me. I was like, "Why are you messaging me?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm stuck in a party and it sucks." I'm like, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Would it be the same party by any chance?" And she's like, "Nah, it's not the same party." She was at like a work party. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll try to keep talking to you then." And I'm like going around mingling with people, and I check my phone, and there's just message after message after message. I'm like, does she like me? Weird. And then eventually I just came out and said it, and she came out and said it too. Pissed old mate off, and now we've been together ever since.
Aww.
It's been good. There have been some rockiness, but we know how to
relationship
jump.
Doesn't have it.
Exactly. It builds things, because what's a good relationship without arguments and shit that strengthen the relationship.
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. So the other community thing that they wanted, because the main thing they wanted to know was how you guys met, and they also want to know, and I got a good chuckle out of this one because I really want to hear this one too.
Oh God.
And then multiple people came forth with this one. They all said, "We don't give a fuck what you talk about with her. We just want to hear some embarrassing stories about Doom."
I had a feeling that was gonna come up.
We want to hear some embarrassing shit about Doom.
Yeah,
and we tell everything on this podcast. I've told my story of faceplant kissing your kitchen floor, which is still one of the funniest fucking nights ever.
That was amazing.
I told my story about blowing myself up in the toilet, so that's fun.
I licked a man's nipple that night too. So did Doom.
Cool.
The same man's nipple, but not the same nipple.
Yep. Doom and I were on either sides.
Yes.
It was like 10 seconds apart, I think, because they were like, "You're not going to do it." And we were both like, "Bet."
No, then there was a time that you were both doing it at the same time on opposite sides.
Yeah.
Now,
we drank a lot.
Yeah.
The question I have, was it like a lick or was it like a suck?
It was licks. It wasn't
okay.
like
But the tongue did.
I see that, man. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, no, like tongues came out of that. All of it. Yeah, no, that was a crazy night. Also, that's part of the reason why I got this new GoPro. So that like when I go down to visit, if I ever can again, because the Mario Party shit that we were doing, the shenanigans, the amount of screaming and laughed, like that was such a good night. I was pissed fucking drunk though. That was the first time I'd been hungover in years, and even Doom too. And we're both like experienced drinkers.
All I remember is the need for cigarettes.
God, I was so mad. Okay, so I should not have driven that night.
No, you shouldn't have.
Not at all. But we made it back alive in one piece. Nobody died. Nothing got hit. But yeah, our friend, and actually, same friend that introduced the two of them, same friend whose nipples just got licked, he needed cigarettes.
Common denominator between us all.
Yeah. He needed cigarettes, and so my piss drunk self.
Losing his shit would not he needed his cigarettes. Like, I kind of thought he was going to punch a hole in the wall. He wanted them so badly. That's what I'm looking at right
now. Hi, Mom. Yeah, no, that was the annoying part of the night.
That's all I see when I look into my living room.
Just, hey, Mom, I'm watching from the couch. Oh, there they go. Lily.
As if she can hear you.
You don't even know why you're barking.
I am Uncle Kyle. Okay, she can hear me. Because I love that little lady.
I just hear gunshot.
Gunshot?
But it's not super rare where I live because there's like a hunting ground a while over there.
Oh, fun.
I was about to say, it's like midnight. It's 9 o'clock. I mean, people are probably still out there. Yeah.
No, but I get creeped out very easily.
I know. I remember the night that you texted me because you thought somebody was in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
See, I swear to God, I've seen a video taken by you from like Creeps channel or something where they're just, top 10 scary videos in the forest. Well,
no, because Doom isn't allowed to be on his phone where he works. So he can text like on break or whatever.
But you can't.
Yeah. And so Doom's at work and she's like freaking the fuck out. So she's just texting me, and I'm sitting there like it's fine. And she's freaking out. I was like, it's a bear.
Calling my mom, and I was just on the phone with my mom. I think it was the deer. I think it was the white deer, because that's what I saw. I saw like hearts of white.
Move your mic closer.
You
keep moving it away to drink.
Sorry. Well, because I feel like you hear everything and it's awkward.
It's a good headset, so like right there is perfect. Now, I mean, if I hear, I'll just clickbait the shit, take the audio clip, and be like e-girl slurping on podcast, and then people will be like, "Yo, let's go watch that." Okay?
Oh God, that's gross. I don't want to be a part of that.
We've got to clickbait this shit. You don't understand. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
The algorithm.
But so yes. There's a couple other topics to speak about, but let's hear some embarrassing shit about Doom.
I don't have that many embarrassing stories about him.
Which is funny, because he's an embarrassing person.
You should be embarrassed to be with him.
For one thing, he doesn't get embarrassed. I get much more embarrassed than he does.
Do you get embarrassed by the stuff he does?
Not
She's
really.
become numb to it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't so much get embarrassed, but sometimes he gets like, I'm trying to think of the way to put it. Sometimes in certain situations,
no filter,
he'll get very much like attention seeking-y, or like he won't drop arguments with certain people.
Yes,
I'm like that. I get that.
It's not embarrassing. It's just sometimes I'm like, let it go. Like this.
Drop it.
It's
my grandfather's funeral. Shut the fuck up.
He loves to get into it with my stepbrother.
He likes to get into it with your stepbrother.
Yes.
What are you doing, stepbrother?
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what you clickbait it with, is stepbrother. But he's young. He's
Doom's girlfriend's stepbrother story.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh,
Except it's the one with, because I don't know. I literally just do the podcast titles mainly for you and me, because they're all Friends references.
I actually haven't watched them yet, but I will.
Well, I mean, it's not like episodes are named after Friends, but I always do
the one with. Yeah.
But
I'm a Friends fan too. Don't forget about me.
Okay, but literally, like, she and I have bonded over the dumbest fucking things because of Friends. I helped them move into their new house. And there was no furniture or anything. She went on a McDonald's run for us. We're all sitting there eating nuggets and Big Macs and shit. And, I can't remember what stupid thing she said. She says a lot.
It's mostly Friends related.
I countered with something stupid, like, are we talking, like, crazy, like, Chandler during this scene crazy or whatever, thinking nobody would understand it, because I was binge-watching Friends like crazy. And she goes, yes. And that was when our friendship truly blossomed.
Yeah, it blossomed.
I actually, my store that I work at is selling a Friends magnet, and it's just a picture of Joey, and it says, how you... And I want to buy it.
The whole side of my fridge is covered with Friends magnets, because my mom got me a pack for Christmas.
It's fantastic.
I have my sister save the date on the fridge, and it's the magnets holding it up says the one with, and then it's the save the date.
Brilliant. See, when I finally come around, because obviously I'll be staying at your guys' place, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you'll be staying with them.
Yeah, we'll have to binge watch Friends.
Surprise, Laura, by the way. We already made this plan with Doom, but yes, Chrono's staying with you guys.
Yep.
No, you can't stay at my house. Yes, of course you can stay at my house. No, but Doom refuses to watch Friends.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hates it.
I heard.
I told him, I said, I made a deal with him. I was like, I want you to watch this one episode with me. If you do not laugh, I will never make you watch Friends again.
Yeah,
I made
what's
him
the
watch
episode?
the one where the stripper cries.
Great
Because
episode.
it's Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito,
And he
dude.
loves Danny DeVito. We call his father Daddy DeVito.
Yeah,
Like,
With
yeah.
good
It is a
reason.
true. It is a true thing with us. I mean, shit. We quote the Super Troopers too. Nah, that's Danny DeVito, like all the time. So I made him watch this one. He laughed, but he still won't watch it with me.
Well, we just gotta pick and choose some of the other like phenomenal episodes.
Yeah, like the one with all the football is a great one. Where they're
Yes,
fighting
all the
for football.
Thanksgiving episodes.
All
Any
the
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
episode is
episodes.
classic.
The holiday,
because
holiday armadillo.
when Chandler has to go in the box is just great. Holiday
Oh,
Armadillo
yeah.
isn't bad.
My, hold on, wait.
Pivot.
Ran out on your fiance, married a gay ice dancer, threw your girlfriend's wooden leg in the fire, live in a box is my favorite.
Yeah, just the way she does it is brilliant. She's like,
And then the episode where her parents find out that she's dating Chandler, and she's just like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of information in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
And
the
the
one
one where
thing
they
I
all
fucking
start
read.
throwing each other under the bus, like he wears women's
Yes.
underwear, and you were my first kiss.
You were my first kiss with Rachel?
Yeah.
You were my first kiss ever? What did I marry into?
Yeah. God, that show is so good, and it drives me crazy because like the 20th anniversary or whatever popped up, and all these news articles started reviewing it, and they're like, Friends has not aged well. I'm like, you're all fucking stupid.
I've
And
heard
they're
that, and like
I hate those fucking things. They're all like, Friends is racist and bigot.
all these jokes wouldn't last today. Nah, they're still fucking funny.
Yeah, and I mean,
They're
there are
still-
some that I don't get because they were made at the time for the time.
Yeah,
But 92% of Friends, enjoyable. All the jokes
Yeah.
still stand.
The biggest thing that I honestly thought, like, of the whole series that was probably the most controversial thing that they joked about constantly was Phoebe's mom's suicide.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And a
It's-
lot of the jokes are funny, like, for sure. But when she starts using them as jokes, like when she used it to get the one, like I think she used it to get a guy, and she was like, well, you know, my mom's dead, and Rachel was like, fine, but you can't use that for, she said she
Yep.
already used it that day or something like that. That's the only
Yeah.
joke that I feel like is overdone in that sense, because
yeah.
she does come from a super serious backstory, and it is like a really
She
sad
does.
thing that happened. So like I get some of it, and like her songs I think are funny when she goes on those tangents.
Smelly cat,
but-
smelly cat. What?
But- It is in my opinion the one that is the most overdone.
And before we do
Yeah.
a smelly cat metal cover.
Sick. Would
yeah.
love to. See, the thing that I think about the whole, suicide thing is that Phoebe doesn't treat it seriously, and I
Right.
guess that's because of the trauma. But everyone else is sort of like, you okay? You
But then
okay,
they start
Phoebe?"
making jokes about it, and I feel like if Phoebe, the whole series, was constantly like depressed about it, they wouldn't have.
It would-
It's purely because she's as quirky and weird as she is that they're like, oh, it's okay.
Exactly.
Like I
It's
make
okay,
jokes
yeah.
all the time about being lit on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
told
exactly.
right after Doom got his tattooed, and he sent me a picture of the flames, and I was like, don't show that to Freak. Those flames are too real. Triggered.
No, somebody was like, "Are you traumatized?" I was like, "No," because I went camping and I had a campfire, and everybody was like, "Did you sit like 100 feet away?" I was like, "I built the fire. Like I was right there. I was
Yeah.
in it." They're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because I didn't like light myself on fire. I wasn't pushed into a fire. Like it was a space heater freak fucking accident. I still love fire."
I feel like it's like the shark
Yeah.
attack thing. It's like when you go into the water, that's your control of the situation. So like you building the fire, you're controlling the fire. It's
Yeah.
my fire. Like not as I guess.
Now if somebody's
scary.
like, "Hey, run into that burning building to save the screaming child," I'll be like, "Nah, dude, I've been there. All right,
Yeah. The
no.
pain.
And what's funny is I think I am more traumatized of fire, and I got it burned very smallly, but I was also 4 years old, so I don't know if that like affected me more.
I
from
thought you were
it,
about to say you were
but
more traumatized because you had to take care of my ass for a week after it.
I didn't mind. It brought out the maternal instinct that I possess for some reason.
I actually had a blast too. Like I missed my dogs, and it was an uncomfortable time because I couldn't fucking shower. But no, my boss even made a joke about it today because we have like coffee burners or whatever to keep our coffee warm at the restaurant, and one of them has been broken for like 6 months, and somebody keeps putting coffee on it. I didn't realize that we fixed the coffee burner. So I went and pulled the coffee off and put it on like a hot burner, even though it was already on a hot burner. And then I was like, guys, stop putting coffee on this burner, and smack my hand down on it because it's been broken for 6 months, and hold it there for like a solid 2 seconds as I'm talking before I realize that's fucking hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally just stopped. And my boss was like, you should be used to it by now.
Yeah.
Like you didn't get enough of it beforehand.
Right. Good times. Man, I love my friends. So, another community topic for you, real quick one, and I think I already know the answer to it, but they want to know, since this is a gaming channel, gaming community, Twitch, all that good jazz. Out of the games that you've played, what is your favorite game, Scarlett?
Like an actual favorite game, like not a favorite game series?
Actual favorite game.
Yeah, individual.
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Underworld.
Oh, shit. All right, so I was wrong.
Really?
I feel like I
Okay.
know what your answer for series is then.
I'm sorry. You cut out for a second.
Well, I'm very surprised by Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Underworld, but I feel like then I know what your answer for series would be. Because I could have sworn it was fucking Halo.
Okay, so I love Halo. However, I don't have a favorite Halo game. Lara Croft Underworld is actually what inspired me to be when my hair was red and actually named myself Scarlet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
I was also
in
going
the
to ask where'd you
Underworld
get the
game,
name.
Yeah, so I was in the Underworld game. She has this like doppelganger who wears a black latex suit, and she has this like not bright red hair, but it's like a crimsony red hair.
You think like Scarlett Johansson and Avengers type deal?
Kind of a little bit deeper than that though. But and I always thought she was so freaking cool looking. So when my hair was red, I was actually gonna go as her doppelganger for Halloween. Like I was gonna buy the whole outfit and stuff like that. But yeah, so when my hair was red, I was trying to come up with a name, and my mother actually helped me pick the name. But that's how I came up with Color Me Scarlet, because I didn't want any numbers or anything.
Numbers are lame.
And that's why we spelled it. That's why we spelled
Rude.
it the way that we did, the OUR, so that it was different and like original. But yeah, there was just something about Underworld that stuck out to me, and I really, really liked it.
I've never played it.
Yeah, I played it as a kid.
Yeah, it's shit quality.
Oh,
but
it's
awesome. And
because
like,
it's kind of like sorry, I was gonna say it's like playing the old PS1 Lara Croft games, but with
Triangle
updated
titties.
graphics. The controls are the exact same. The controls feel very similar.
Yeah, and I honestly, as beautiful as the new Lara Crofts are, I just really like the older games. I like the puzzles in them more. I think they're more difficult and they're more intricate. But yeah, Underworld was just really cool. Like I know that there's like this big kraken kind of thing that you have to fight.
Yeah.
But the story of it's really cool. There's a funny little Tomb Raider story. I was a teenager. I don't remember how old I was, but my sister was still living at home, and she's a couple years older than me. And I was playing, I want to say it was Anniversary, because we were in England in the game. And I'm in this I'm like under this building or something like that. And my whole experience playing the game, I want to say this was my second game. I was always nervous of being in the water. I was afraid something was going to happen. I didn't trust it. So my sister Kaylee is sitting next to me, and she's folding laundry. And for some reason, she's folding like 50 pairs of underwear. I don't know why that's what the laundry was, but it was just underwear. And so I'm sitting in the living room and I'm playing and stuff, and I'm all hesitant because I'm in the water. And like this whole under area is like covered. It's just like feet of water. And I was all scared, and then I step across this thing, and she's like, there's nothing in the water, just keep going. And she's watching me play the game. The gate closes, and this fucking basilisk comes up, and I was like, I told you there was gonna be something in the water.
Bitch, you lied to me.
And yeah, so I'm playing it, and I kept dying, and she was like, let me try. And I was like, just keep folding your underwear. And she looks, and she realizes she's just been folding underwear, and she like throws it into the laundry basket. But so up until that day, I was terrified of the water, and to this day on, anytime I play one of those games, I don't like being in the water because of that stupid basilisk.
That's all games. Like I finally beat Silent Hill 2. I have finished Silent Hill. And anytime I had to go in the water, I was like, I don't like the sounds this is making. Like, I'm just expecting, like, Pyramid Head to just rise from the fucking water. Like, and, I mean, in Witcher 3, you go swimming, there's drowners in there that can get you, and I imagine at some point later in the game, I'm going to come across, like, giant sea monsters. Just any game, really, with water, you're always like, there's something here.
So you can relate to my thalassophobia video? Is that
no,
what
because
saying?
I'm not a bitch. I wanted to comment on that video and went, some moral of the story is Chrono's a bitch.
Bitch, you try and play those games if you haven't already. I mean, I know you played Sea of Thieves.
I love Sea of Thieves, which is about to be in our best of 1K special, which I'm currently editing, and then the game.
We're at 1,020 subscribers, by the way. I just checked.
I know. Once you hit 1K, it keeps spiking.
It goes up in intervals of 10. Okay. Because I'm like, why is it 110? Like 1,010. Yeah, and now it's 1.02. So it goes up in intervals of 10. You don't see like the individuals, I guess.
I mean, you can go into the analytics and see it.
So for some reference, this is the doppelganger.
Oh, okay.
So it was like darker, and here's a really shitty close-up. You can kind of see the red of her hair in that one.
Yep.
But she was just cool as shit, and I liked her better than real Lara. And she didn't talk, which was also cool. But yeah. So Tomb Raider as a series is probably my favorite because that's the only one I played by myself. I played by choice because I always played Halo with my sister. That's how I got into Halo, was because we would always play the co-op.
Bye, Chrono.
I was about to say, did he disappear for you too?
And he did. I think his internet died, or he deliberately did it because his mom probably walked in. Last time his mom walked in on a video and gave him like a hug and a kiss, he asked me if I could edit it out of the video, and I said, hell no.
You said no.
Yeah, so that might have just happened.
But yeah, so I definitely have to stick with Tomb Raider being my favorite, and I also contemplated changing the spelling of my name to Lara for a while.
What, like?
I'm also out of beverage.
State courthouse, like I'm going to literally change my name?
I mean, no, but I was going to tell people that's how you spelled it. Also, everyone calls me Laura, and that's not my name. Oh, you're back.
Was I right?
Yes. Wait, what was right? What happened?
Did mommy come give you?
No. But she did come and ask me to go pick up something she bought on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that was my theory. I was like, oh, well, last time his mom came in and like gave him a hug and shit, and he asked me to edit it out of the video, and I said, hell fucking no. So I feel like she just walked back in, and he immediately was like, no, not again.
Because I had this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Dude, you're good. I can't risk it. Can't risk my reputation. I'm cool now.
Here's another topic, and this one is brought to you by yourself. We can talk about how weird I think you are with food.
Ooh, this is interesting. I always love weird food things. Like, I'm a weird food person, so...
It's not necessarily a weird...
with food, or is it just me?
I don't know. Let's find out. Ask me questions, because, like, I'm a picky eater, and she fucking hates it.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's weird picky. Like...
How's it weird picky? What makes my pickiness different from other people that are picky?
Like I'm curious to your pickiness.
Certain things, but then not on other things.
So, like you like pineapple, but you don't like pineapple on pizza type deal?
Okay, you should never like pineapple on pizza. That's blasphemy. It's wrong. It's fucking no.
It's
Get out
good!
of here. Shut up.
Good!
Shut up. No, it's not. Okay, alright. I will give you that. Like, I love bacon. I think bacon is delicious. It is one of the best things to ever grace this planet. It goes great on a burger. It goes great by itself. Bacon is... I don't like bacon on pizza.
What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker?
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It's wrong, okay?
It fits. It fits. Barbecue meat lovers with rash of bacon. Shit's
no, because I don't like sausage or ham. So keep that meat lover shit out of here.
What do you eat?
Okay, well,
dry ass spaghetti.
It's not dry ass spaghetti. Suck my dick. I did also one time get and I didn't ask for this. McDonald's messed up my order and they gave me a Big Mac. Which I love. That's my main order. Love Big Macs. They're so good.
Big Macs are awful.
You suck. Big Macs are delicious. They put bacon on it.
Yeah.
Big Mac Baconator?
Yeah.
Didn't really go that well.
Well,
to be fair, I had a Big Mac with bacon and it was good, but it wasn't a Big Mac.
I missed the Grand Mac. That was so good.
That was before my time.
The Big Mac
wasn't
shit.
When the fuck was the Grand Mac?
Grand Mac was a few years ago. They did it. They tested it. It was like a summer promo or whatever. They had the Mac Junior.
Have you ever had the McRib?
No.
Oh, the McRib. Ah.
It grosses me out.
I can't. I saw a video of one of my favorite content creators being Michael from Rooster Teeth. He got, I want to say 20 McRibs and literally like stacked them on each other and then just smushed them down and ate the fucking like 20 McRib sandwich. Now, people are like, that's fucking weird. This is the guy on Rooster Teeth who will drink a whole bottle of barbecue sauce, who will down a whole bottle of Tabasco. Because, like, there's an English guy on their channel, Gavin, and he'll be like, $50. You can't drink this. And Michael's like, bet. So, literally, Gavin will just hand him shit. He'll hand him a bottle of barbecue, hand him a whole bottle of fucking Tabasco, and Michael just sits there and chugs the shit. And then there's always a bonus clip at the end of the video of Michael in the bathroom vomiting his guts out.
Doom would do that.
Oh, easily.
One time, this is a little TMI, but one time he was being stupid in the shower, and I dared him to. It was right after we watched A Christmas Story to try the soap, and this dumbass took it and took a bite out of it, so it got all stuck in his teeth.
Oh.
See,
that's the embarrassing shit I need.
Like, just grow. And I was like, how was that? He was like, I shouldn't have done that.
Like, the fact that he's so compelled to just go, ow.
Well, no. Yes. I do respect the confidence and the power of it. Okay, that's a power fucking move.
That's a power move. That's big dick.
I know better than tell him not to do something because he will.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. That's gonna be so much fun.
That's
telling
great.
him to do shit.
Yeah, so.
Just a video making him do stuff.
All right, what?
Yeah.
Chrono, what's your favorite food? Since we're gonna rib on me and my food, get it ribs because we talked about McRib.
So favorite food is a weird thing because like I don't have really a dietary, safety.
Do you have a favorite like
very much
not I guess like genre of food or like cuisine type?
Italian, Chinese.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, fuck, that's a difficult one. Because it's sort of it's a little bit of everything.
I'm trying to show you how picky I am, and you're making this really fucking hard.
Well, okay. Recently, one of my favorite foods is Japanese chicken curry. It's brilliant. It's yummy.
I don't like curry.
It's different curry though. It's not like an Indian curry. Japanese
I also
curry.
don't like Japanese food. Literally, the only Asian food I eat is sweet and sour chicken with white rice. Sometimes fried rice. I do like brown rice.
That's good.
But everything else,
I'll just list off the things that I like, and we'll just see if you like them as well.
Okay.
All right. So we already established barbecue meat lovers as a no-go for you.
Random question while we're talking about food: is there like a type of pizza that's like only popular in Australia, or are all the pizzas pretty much the same? Like, because we've got like you've got cheese, supreme, Hawaiian, barbecue chicken. Meat lovers, like those are kind of like the staples.
Those are mostly the ones that we have. There is one.
So you don't have like fried koala or anything?
Oh, we do. We've got the fried koala pizza. It's quite fucking disgusting though. There is a kangaroo meat. There's a meat lover specifically with kangaroo meat.
Are you serious?
Yeah, straight up. It's weird. Yeah, we all eat
it. I bet you they have like kangaroo jerky down there too.
You do, yeah. Kangaroo jerky's the thing.
That's not as surprising.
See, for some reason, I thought like kangaroos were endangered and you couldn't hunt them or whatever.
I thought they were special, at least.
I did too, but that's because we don't have kangaroos.
Like eating a cat or something. Like it's weird.
We're not Chinese.
Like kangaroos. Like seeing a kangaroo, it's sort of like oh cool, there's a kangaroo. But when you actually realize how many there are, because there is only, I think it's based on percentage, only about 15% of Australia is city and like rural and like towns.
Yeah, then the rest of it untamed is like wilderness. Yeah.
So they're like deer, I guess. Like people eat deer. I think it's odd. I've never had
deer or venison or whatever. How often have you seen a kangaroo just in the wild, like IRL? I didn't say in real life.
I saw one 2 days. I saw 4 2 days ago. Just driving past our local high school when I was taking Harley to work.
Oh, shit. So do you guys have deer down there?
We don't have deer. No, we don't have like.
Oh, it's literally
we don't have
deer.
Deer.
Right.
We don't have elk. We don't have moose. We don't have bears. We don't
have
have
moose either.
Yeah, you do. You get up to Maine, Wisconsin, all that. There's moose up there.
But not where I live. There are no moose here. No
I was talking about general country.
Yeah, when I say here, talking Australia with him, I'm talking U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, US as a whole. Yeah, we don't have cool things. Like we don't have we've got eagles,
Deer
but we don't have
cool.
deer aren't cool. I love deer. I thought deer are cool as fuck.
So,
Oh.
Well, while she recollects that thought, Chrono.
I can see the brave part. Okay. Well, I do okay, corn dogs. Love corn dogs.
Fucking hate corn dogs.
What do you dip corn dogs in?
I love corn dogs. What was that?
Are you a mustard corn dog person or a ketchup corn dog person?
You're gonna fucking be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm an aioli. I dip it in aioli a little bit and try it. It's delicious.
Interesting.
It's delicious.
Is aioli a mayonnaise based dip?
It is more or less, yeah. Garlic
Also
aioli.
disgusting.
It's sort of like light.
Okay.
It's light mayonnaise mixed with sort of like garlic things. It's honestly, it's better for you than mayonnaise. But you can't have it on everything.
That's not a super common thing here, so that's not an option for me. But I bet it's good. It sounds like it would probably be good. I would try it
as a thing. Dipping using ranch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ranch goes great
if you dip
on
in
everything.
ranch. Yeah, corn dog and ranch is pretty good because we don't have ranch like you guys have. We've got ranch dressing, which is like a clear sauce. It's not ranch. It's not ranch. I've seen ranch.
Not be clear.
So you don't have Hidden Valley?
We don't have Hidden Valley, no. But there is a store that you can go and purchase ranch from because I had a salad the other day.
I'm gonna send you a care package.
I was about to say, let's send him.
Send me a care package.
Let's send him
shit.
some ranch and shit.
Yeah.
I want ranch. I want Reese's Pieces. I want Dr. Pepper.
You don't have Reese's Pieces and Dr. Pepper down in Australia?
We do, but check this out. To buy one can of Dr. Pepper is like $3.50 Australian. Oh,
well,
that's endangered in Australia.
$3.50 in Australians, what, like 69 cents for us?
No, it's about $1.50.
Maybe $2. A brand new game for us is $64.79 after sales tax. Your brand new games are like $110.
Yeah, but as you get lower and lower, it sort of gets closer and closer.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's pretty average because a little bottle of soda, it runs about $1.89.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. So we can't can you guys get cartons of Dr. Pepper, a 30-pack of Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
12, but yes.
No, they have 24
12.
and 30s.
Okay. So 24, that's
they got 24. Because we've only got the 12 packs over here, and a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper is about 16 Australian dollars, whereas our regular sodas, to get a 30-pack of Pepsi, about $12. That's how ridiculous the pricing is.
Okay, but Reese's Pieces.
Foods. Reese's Pieces. We don't have Reese's Pieces. You have to go to an international store. We've got Reese's peanut butter cups, but they're in the international.
Fast breaks.
Sorry?
Have you ever had a Reese's Fast Break?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
It's amazing. I'm going to send it to you. It's probably going to melt, but you just eat it anyway.
Send me Butterfinger as well.
Yo, Butterfingers are so good.
I love Butterfinger. I love a Butterfinger.
So you know what? Don't have the Reese's Mega Cup down there where it's a Reese's Cup with Reese's Pieces inside of it.
No, that's
so good, dude.
Here's a weird little food thing for me. Love Reese's. Been my favorite candy my whole life. However, I no longer I like Reese's Pieces. I like the Fast Break is my favorite. I don't like regular Reese's cups anymore or the Reese's Cup minis. I only like the seasonal shaped Reese's, like the hearts for Valentine's Day and the Christmas
Easter
tree.
egg. Reese's
They're
are the
so
best.
much better than the Reese's Cup, and I don't know why.
He doesn't get heart shapes down there.
I can't relate to that.
Yeah, we get seasonal shapes, and dude, the Easter egg Reese's is the best Reese's.
There's an Easter egg, there's a heart, there's a ghost, there's a pumpkin, there's a Christmas tree, there's a Santa.
When I come to the States, I will bring some Australian food. I know, but I'm gonna bring some Australian foods for you guys to try, especially our chocolates, because I want you guys to try Tim Tams. Tim Tams are brilliant.
Heard they're amazing.
Yeah, there's a great thing that you can do with Tim Tams too, is if you bite one end off and then you bite the other end off, you can use it as a straw for your coffee. It's lit, and you get a bit of chocolate. It's awesome. But then there's also these biscuits that we have, cookies that are called fuck, what are they called? Oh no, Scotch fingers. There we go, Scotch fingers. And then we have Scotch fingers with a chocolate base, and it's life changing. I'm gonna bring so many things up there as well because
I
the
always see these
differences.
videos of people doing international snacks, and I'm like, I want to do that, but I'm so afraid to order.
Yeah. Like we can, like there are not local, like 40-minute drives, but there is like an international American food joint where you can just buy all these like international foods, but it's ridiculously expensive. Like a Hershey's bar is like $3. Twinkies cost $7.50. A Twinkie, just a Twinkie, is $7.50, and it's the worst. It's the worst piece of shit I've eaten ever.
Well, Twinkies fucking
I
suck.
don't like Twinkies. No.
Yeah, Twinkies. I had the moment I took a bite, I had instant acid reflux. I don't know how the fuck it did it, but I had heartburn like a motherfucker.
Literal poison.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I had an orange cream flavored one, and I wanted to throw up. It was awful.
Yuck.
I feel like I used to think they were good though, so I don't know what happened.
So what's another food you like?
Another food I like, of course, burgers are great.
Burgers are
but
fantastic.
if you're gonna, but like the best burger I've ever had. Oh, take me back. We have like food trucks and stuff that drive around from location to location, stop off you. You get there if you're lucky. He came to where Harley lives, North Lakes, and he put up a thing on his Instagram. He's like, "Hey, we're here from like 3 till 8. Come on, stop on by." And Harley and I went there, and it's called Mac from Way Back, and they specialize in mac and cheese and hamburgers, and also chips. And I had what was called I think it was like the ultimate Mac, and I'm like, "Oh, what's the?" And it was like 3 smashed burger patties, with freaking mac and cheese on it, and smoky barbecue sauce, with like a beautiful soft brioche bun, and oh my god! Because I know how I am when I eat food. I know how my heart reacts when I eat food. The moment that I finished that burger, I stood up and stood there because I'm like, this has got to move properly because I knew how thick it was. It was brilliant, and I have not had it since. And I'm so sad because because of COVID.
Are you one of those weird motherfuckers that puts mac and cheese on pizza?
No, I mean that could be good.
On a burger and mac and cheese on pizza are two completely different
They
things.
are completely different things. Like I wouldn't taint. I wouldn't taint. I've got to taint. I would not taint pizza with mac and cheese.
That's how he learns his words.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an awesome, great place. It's called Burger Urge. They do some of the best burgers I've ever had. Because it's not just one burger that's great. It's every burger's great. They have this awesome cheeseburger. It tastes right. They do like really good patty.
You ever had a donut burger?
No, I've heard. I know KFC. Oh, here's something. KFC is completely different over here than you guys.
Well, KFC sucks over here.
KFC is great over here. So you guys have potato wedges instead of chips, right? Yeah,
when you say chips, do you mean French fries?
French fries.
No, KFC serves French fries.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Yes, they do, because I had KFC 2 weeks ago and I was pissed about it, but I didn't have a choice. They actually have French fries on the menu now.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
And they were actually pretty good, but everything else sucked.
Our KFC doesn't have French fries. It's got actual chips. Like proper long fat chips. No.
Stop calling them chips. They are not called chips.
I'm assuming he means steak fries.
Steak fries. Is that
thick fucking fries?
Yeah, it's a thick fry. They're not as crispy. They're a little softer.
Yeah, we have beer battered.
Like what Red Robin has.
There's literally a photo here, which is a McCain beer battered chips, and it's just steak fries. But yeah, we have steak fries instead, and we also have this amazing meal, an amazing burger. It's a boxed meal, which is called the Zinger meal. And you put what the fuck's a Zinger meal? So you get your fries, you get your steak fries, and then you get your burger, which is just it's patty. You get mayonnaise, you get lettuce, you get a Zinger stacker, you get a Zinger patty, which is a spicy chicken piece, and then you get what's called supercharged sauce, which is a spicy, amazing sauce. You get cheese, you get bacon, you get lettuce, you get the patty on top. You put that in the box. You get what's called wicked wings, which you get 3 pieces of spicy chicken just on the side. You get a potato and gravy to dip stuff in, and then you get like a can of drink of your choice. And it's brilliant, and it's so cheap too. It's like $12 for that, and you get so much in it. Awesome.
When you come to the States, I want to be there, and I think Laura will agree with me on this one. I really want to show you 2 fast food places in particular. One of which you might remember because it's in our Smite video from like 2 years ago. I want to show you Bojangles.
Bojangles, yep, Bojangles. That's
Are you gonna do Bojangles and Popeyes?
No, because Popeyes fucking sucks. All right, Doom is
Bojangles
wrong.
Fucking sucks.
Fuck you. Anyways,
I
the
do
one
wanna
that you'll
try
probably
Popeyes.
agree with. Yeah, Popeye sucks. I also want to show you Zaxby's.
Love
Yeah, I've heard of
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's is
Zaxby's
fucking good.
expensive, but
I
it's
wanna
good.
hit-
Do you have
No,
Chick-fil-A?
they're not. You can get a chicken sandwich meal with extra fries and a large Coke for fucking $7.85.
I'll tell you all the fast food places that we've got, and only two of them just came in recently. So we have McDonald's, obviously.
Everyone has McDonald's.
Yep, we've got Burger King, except it's not called Burger King; it's called Hungry Jack's.
And it sucks.
Yep,
Weird.
it sucks. It's then we have KFC, obviously again.
Sucks.
We've got an Australian chicken joint called Red Rooster. It's not really. It's how you go, and it's not really that.
You probably
good.
don't have Chick-fil-A down there, do you?
We don't have Chick-fil-A. We do
you
have
Taco
Taco Bell. We do have Taco Bell.
Taco
We got
Bell's
that
good.
recently. The menu's completely different, but we still got the Crunch Wrap, so that's good.
Do you have a Doritos Loco Taco?
No.
You don't have the Doritos Locos Tacos down there?
No,
Doritos
it's
Locos
very
Tacos?
different. It's very different. It's very different. It's so sad. But we also have Carl's Jr. But those are the only fast food.
Gross.
We've
Do you have Jack in the Box?
six.
Gross.
So you don't. There's Jack in the Box. There's Crystals. There's
Gross.
Freddy's.
Gross.
We don't
Steak
have
and Shake
Arby's.
is my favorite.
Gross. Arby's is gross.
Yeah, we don't have Arby's. We don't have Five Guys burgers.
Five
and fries.
Guys
We
is
don't have-
fucking incredible, dude.
It's so shitty, but in the best way possible.
It is
Yeah.
literally like you're eating it and you're
it-
going, I'm going to die 7 years early for eating
Yes.
this, but it's so worth it. It's also, they don't have combos. Everything is a la carte, so it's like $17 for one person at Five Guys.
But it's like a good
Yeah.
size. Like it's
Oh,
not. If I paid $17 for like a squished McDonald's patty, I'd be pissed as
No,
shit.
Yeah.
you get like a
But-
fucking burger and you get more fries than you can possibly fathom. Like, it is so good. I
Yeah.
love
We've
Five
only
Guys.
got 7 fast food joints, which I forgot to mention Subway. We've got Subway. of
Subway
course, as well.
sucks.
I love Subway.
Firehouse
Sucks.
is probably
No.
my
Oh!
favorite sandwich place.
Mm. We don't.
Um,
Yeah, we don't have that.
What else?
What's your favorite food, Scarlett?
Wendy's.
Wendy's is
Jeez.
great. You don't have Wendy's?
All food.
We don't have Wendy's.
That's really
I don't
surprising
even-
because you got Burger King and McDonald's. Like, Wendy's is the trifecta, the trio.
Yeah, no. Well, because I've. Oh, that's actually funny. I think I know why we don't have Wendy's over
Plot
here.
twist:
It's because
McDonald's
there is
bought
a
Australia. No one
Yes,
else. No one else comes down
McDonald's
here.
quarter trip. No. Yeah, it's funny because we have a fuck. I don't even know what to call it. It's like a ice creamery donut store,
That's
but it's
not
not a donut store. They have like really crappy food. It's just like a little small takeaway booth.
I have another
and they're
question,
called
and I've got to
Wendy's.
ask
They're
it
called-
before I forget. Scarlett, your
Okay.
question still stands. I want to know what your favorite food is. Steve Irwin down there, is he like a national hero for you guys?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Anytime
He should be.
Steve Irwin is what like
100%. Because his daughter just
I'll
got
tell-
married, and she is gorgeous.
So
Jeff
I'll
is
tell you.
so bitty.
So yes, I do agree. So I'm
Have
gonna
you
tell
made
you
it out
something.
to
What a
their
same age.
zoo or the?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Dude, the zoo is 20 minutes away from me.
No shit. I thought it was.
I
on the,
live-
I know where we're going.
I thought it was on the West Coast.
No, it's
They
east.
probably-
It's
they
east,
probably have a
Sunshine
couple.
Coast.
If I had to guess.
I thought they only had like the really one big one, like the Irwin Foundation. Like that's where all of them work and they focus on.
Well, because we got like Australia Zoo is the one where Steve Irwin was, and Terry Irwin, Bob Irwin, all them. They're 20 minutes away from me.
Oh shit.
And then there's other ones in Australia. There's like Alma Park Zoo, and there's all
Fuck
the other.
that. It's about
But
the
none of them
Irwins.
compare. Exactly, it's about the Irwins. And I actually went there with Harley and her family because her grandfather came from America about like December time. So we decided to go to Australia Zoo and show them around and stuff. And it was like, it's beautiful. Like all the animals they got there, and they treat them so well. Like they aren't
Did you get to
cunts.
meet any
Like-
of the Irvins?
Yeah, that was my next question.
No. Unfortunately, so because it was just around the time of the wildfires, they were very busy. They had
Yeah.
fucking because they've got a wildlife research center and also veterinarian, but it's like a huge veterinarian where there's all these people working on it. Because it was the wildfires. There's animals in there, char burn, all this sad shit. And so we decided not to go check it out. If we did, we probably would have seen, them there. Because I know Terry
love to meet Irwins.
Yeah,
Love.
it's because it's really cool.
Not only how wonderful they are, but like I think this is really sad, but I also like commend her for it. But the fact that Terry has never expressed a desire to find another husband.
You can't top Steve Irwin.
No. It's
Steve
like
Irwin
she just made a tweet about him the other day. Like, she's still in love with this man, and it's the most heartwarming thing ever.
It's sad because I want her to find somebody, but at the same time, like, I respect and love the relationship that they had and still have, like, to this day.
Yeah.
Like, they are the most respected family, in my opinion.
I absolutely adore them. Have you seen a picture of his son, Robert? Like, side by side with him? You can't fucking tell the difference.
He walked Bendy down the aisle, and it made me cry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
she did a dance when she was on Dancing with the Stars, and it was an homage to her father, and it was a contemporary dance, and she broke down afterwards. Like, you cannot watch that dance and not cry. It's beautiful.
I'm going to have to Google this after, but no, I adore the Irwins. I was literally, because I had to stay with them after I got lit on fire. I was supposed to go home, but I couldn't drive. And so I'm on their Hulu, and I started watching Crocodile Hunter out of nowhere. It just popped up, and I was like, dude, yes, I love. And I kind of want, and I respect that it hasn't happened, but I also would fully get behind this if it did. If Discovery Channel approached the Irwin family and was like, hey, do you want to do like a Crocodile Hunter 2? Like, now that the kids are older. With Robert, Bendy, even Terry's still coming back on, but like, they obviously all still care about the animals. They obviously all still love their father. They all still, you can still easily do Crocodile Hunter. It's not the same without Steve, but I mean, I feel like that would be such a cool legacy to continue.
Yeah, like it would be, but it's sort of like, you don't make a remake of Back to the Future.
Well, I don't think it's a remake. It's a continuation. There's so much wildlife out there. There's so many other things.
There is.
But, I mean, I was talking to my dad about it, and he's like, I mean, we don't know that they haven't been approached, and maybe they just don't want to do it, which I also
putting their full focus into the zoo and taking care of all that, which I think it shows that their passion has and will always be about the animal, and not.
And I respect that. I just really miss Crocodile Hunter and Steve Irwin
and
the Irwins as a whole.
I saw Steve Irwin feeding a crocodile at Australia Zoo when he was still alive.
No shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they have a stage set up where it's like a whole exhibition center, and you sort of like go up on the things. And I sat on the front. We got there really early, about an hour early before the show. And he comes out and he's like, "G'day everyone, Steve Irwin." He's going fucking mental. He's been himself. It's awesome. And he's like, "We're gonna bring out some of our best family members right now. We're gonna bring out these crocodiles." He's got names for them and stuff. And he's like, "Now you gotta be very careful because when they jump," and he fucking chucks it, and the crocodiles go fucking. And he's like, "You gotta be careful because you can lose a thumb." And it was just beautiful. It was amazing. He was just so charismatic.
One of the greatest things in life that most of the world never will be able to do.
Yeah,
that is incredible, Chrono.
It was awesome.
And then it was cry thinking about this. I miss Crocodile Hunter.
It was that year he passed away too. It was that year. I saw him just before he passed.
Really mad about how he died.
Oh yeah, a fucking stingray bite through the heart. And you know what? You want to know something?
He could have survived if he didn't take it out.
I know, but he was, he's a crocodile. He's like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing," but obviously it was the wrong thing to do. But something funny, not about Steve Irwin, but something funny, is that 4 weeks later, me, my mum, my dad, and I, we all went fishing. And Dad caught a stingray, and he flopped on. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he threw the fishing rod, and it's just there on the fucking flopping around. And we're like, "What do we do? We can't just leave it there. We got to get back in." And the line had released from the stingray, so there's just a stingray flopping around on the surface. And Dad goes up, grabs it by the barb of the tail, the fucking idiot, and then throws it back in. I'm like, "Dad, 4 weeks ago, are you serious?"
You know what absolutely blows my mind though, because I still can't wrap my head around that. It's been 14 years since we lost Steve. He died in 2006.
It's crazy how time passes. I was so young
Well,
I was so young.
I heard Bindi got married, and I was like, what is it at? Fucking Alabama? Like, she must be 12.
No, she's like my age.
Yeah, no,
she's my
yeah, and
she is literally a couple of months apart from me.
No,
sure.
Chrono's younger than you, Scarlett.
Oh.
But I still stand by the fact that she's gorgeous, and I love the Irwins, and
Have you watched any of the like interviews whenever Robert goes on to the talk
he is
shows?
his dad.
He sounds just like his dad. He's like, no, isn't she beautiful? And I'm just like, it's so him.
I haven't seen that. I need to.
And I really wonder because he was so young. Like, does he watch old videos of him, and like that's where that comes from? Because
or does he just have the passion?
When it happened.
I think the passion is natural, but living your life at Australia Zoo, because their house,
amazing.
Like they've got a few different houses in different locations, but the main house, the Irwin house, is still behind Australia Zoo, and they literally sometimes I'm pretty sure they literally walk from the house to the back entrance of the zoo and then come in through there. That zoo is fucking huge. Like there is different precincts.
Is it really expensive to get into?
It is not that bad. It's like $60, I think.
I don't think that they would be money
like the
grabbers.
same as Riverbanks.
Well, because Riverbanks is like $3 and you get.
No, it's more than that, but
because I've been to
like
what they say.
Okay, fine. That's like the aquarium.
Yeah. I've been to what they say is the greatest zoo in the U.S., which is the San Diego Zoo.
Which is San Diego?
Yes.
Mm.
And I went back when they. See, I feel bad for you though because the whole reason I went for it, was panda bears, which are no longer in the San Diego Zoo. They removed the panda bears and sent them back to China. I respect it. I get it, but that sucks.
Yeah.
And I really want to visit like the Irwin fucking zoo to see how it compares.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like they've got everything there. Apart from they don't have bears, they don't have stuff like that, but they've got giraffes, they've got zebras, they've got rhinos, they've got.
All right, say zebra again.
Zebra. They got zebras. Anyway, the giraffes. Like I don't know if you've seen a giraffe.
Yes, we've seen giraffes.
Yeah, giraffes are in every fucking zoo across this country.
Rhinos?
Yeah, rhinos too. Elephants.
When I was in the I was at the okay, it was somewhere in Missouri. Whatever
St.
the
Louis?
big town is. Yes. We went to the St. Louis Zoo. I can't remember what animal they had, but they had an animal that I had never actually seen before in person, and I'm trying to remember what it was. But it was really cool because like I've seen a lot of the basic stuff. I can't wait for the Georgia Aquarium, which is like the biggest aquarium on our side of the state of the US, right?
It's either Georgia or Charleston. So. They're both really big name ones.
Georgia is one of their headlines is the biggest something. So I think it's the biggest on our
East Coast or some shit.
They're renovating their whole facility for sharks. So you didn't know this?
No, I didn't. But the other thing is they can't get a great white.
No, nobody can get a great white. But they're gonna have these like big tunnels where like the whole ceiling is sharks, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. But I don't remember what my point was. Oh, but yeah, they're renovating to have like all these sharks and stuff. So I really want to go see that.
I think it'd be really
cool. They have a bunch of different species. Well, when it's fixed, you can come up and come with us.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think it'd be really cool if like the Irwin Foundation or Zoo or whatever was able to like combine both. And be like, here's an aquarium, like here's sharks and shit. And then, as a little stab and a joke, they wouldn't have stingrays. Not allowed.
No, yeah, it wouldn't. Like, so here's the thing. Like, you guys have SeaWorld. You guys know that SeaWorld is fucking bullshit. You guys.
I went once as a child and I never went back.
Yeah, so I went with Harley recently because we had what was called like the Village Roadshow One Pass, and we had access to theme parks. So we could go to Warner Brothers Movie World, beautiful theme park. We could go to Wet n Wild, awesome water park, and then SeaWorld, which you're like, SeaWorld's an aquarium over there. It's like an aquarium sea place. Over here, it's a theme park and resort. So there's roller coasters and stuff in the park, but of course there is the animals. There are the animals and stuff that you can go see. And we're going around, we're seeing the dolphins doing tricks and stuff. They've got like the freshwater penguins, and it's really cute. And I was just so excited to go see the actual penguins because I love penguins. They're so cute. I was in support of them because they don't mistreat their animals there. They look after them. They make sure they have plenty of room. You know, they're right next to the ocean, so there's like, you know, plenty of fresh ocean water, salt ocean water,
Air, salt thing, whatever.
air salt. And I'm like, I wonder what they're doing with the penguins. I'm guessing like they have like a huge open room with like, you know, ice and keeping it cold for them. They got water to swim around in. You walk into this room and it's like an L shape, and it's like the most depressing thing you've ever seen in your life because there's like 50 penguins standing in like this like semi-cold room, and they've got water to jump into. They've got fake ice like sculptures on the wall, so it looked like ice, and it's literally just very like thin room. There's vents on the ground where the cold air comes in through, and they're all fighting to stand on there because they're so fucking hot. And it was so depressing. It smelled like shit. There's crap everywhere, and I'm like, they have to spend money to make this bigger because this is just inhuman. This
Do
is
they
disgusting.
have Shamu down there?
No, they don't have whales. That's yeah, very disrespectful. Like they've got dolphins. They've got dolphins, but the dolphins love it. They literally had a show where they're fucking flapping on their backs and doing backflips and shit. Beautiful. Beautiful show. But still, SeaWorld as it is. Apart from the one roller coaster that I went on, it's pretty shit. But they are actually they are spending the money that they should be spending on a better place for the penguins. They're spending on better roller coasters, and it's it's an Athens, Greece, Atlantis theme. So they've got like these different ones. They got the first. They're building the world's biggest and longest wooden roller coaster called the Leviathan, which is going to be really cool. The thing that's going to get me is like I've mentioned how I have like a fear of like big things, big statues, Athens, you know, sort of stuff. They're going to have mythological statues all around the park, and I'm like, yes, I can go there and scream because yeah. Like it's megalophobia and thalassophobia all in one in a park. I love it. I hate it. I'm doing it. So that's gonna be
Sure
fun.
but
yeah,
they vlog it. Get a fucking GoPro Go.
No, the animal at the St. Louis Zoo that I'd never seen before was a hippo.
Really?
I had to look it up because it was bothering me because I couldn't remember what it was. But yeah, because Riverbanks does not have hippos.
Oh, they don't. Riverbanks is not a very good zoo.
Riverbanks is absolute shit.
Yes.
But they have sea lions now, and they still have otters, which are my favorite.
I remember when they got the Komodo dragons. That was a big thing.
Komodo dragons aren't hot shit anymore. The sea lions are the hot shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, have you seen a sea lion?
They would swim up and just boop their nose against the glass. It was awesome.
All right, so to the original question, Laura, what's your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite food. I'm fat.
Me.
I love seafood. Seafood is probably my favorite.
Seafood, yes.
I love
calamari.
Eliminated everything, all of it.
Calamari rings. Yes, calamari rings.
But so the only thing that I am weird about when it comes to food is I don't like food that looks like what it is. So in terms of calamari, I could eat the rings. I can't eat the little squids. Yeah,
no, that's weird. We have salt and pepper squid, which is just like it looks like a twisty sort of thing, which is just salt and pepper like squid pieces, and that's quite nice. But I can't. I like prawns, which are shrimp. I like prawns and shrimp, but I hate pulling them apart. I'm like, someone else do that for me, man.
When they're the full body ones and you see the heads.
Yeah, because they got like rip the tail out and all the poo comes out and they got rip the head off and I'm like,
I can do crawfish. Crawfish don't bother me.
No.
But yeah, I could never eat a balut. Those that's the one where it's a duck embryo and they hard boil it and basically you peel off the shell and it's like a fucking baby duck in embryo form. Disgusting. It's really big in I want to say Asian countries and maybe I think maybe not India. Yeah, I think it's more like Asian based. But which I mean, like I eat hard boiled eggs, but I couldn't eat it. You know, when it looks like what it is. That I just can't.
No,
I can't do that.
No. Like I remember, I did agriculture in high school.
Hard boiled eggs.
Hard boiled eggs are great.
But I won't eat the yolk, just the white.
Oh, fuck off!
The yolk is the best part.
No, it is not. The yolk is
white
nasty.
egg. The white egg is so flavorless. So
right, you need the yolk to give it some substance.
Exactly. Like I'll have a piece of egg on toast, and I'll make sure that yolk is runny. So it's like
gross. No. I eat scrambled hard, over well, hard boiled, no yolk.
So what you're saying is you're a freak.
What is the
freak.
difference between a? Wait, did you say overhard?
I said scrambled well and over well.
Okay, overwell is when you crack it and then you cook the yolk all the way on the inside, right?
Yeah, so pretty much you drop it on the skillet.
How is that different than a hard-boiled yolk? The yolk is still cooked.
Because the texture is wrong.
No, it's the same!
It is not the same texture if you have a hard-boiled egg as opposed to an overwell fried egg.
Would you take a deviled egg? Would you take a deviled egg when they mix it with like... Oh, wait, you ate curry, so fucking...
Egg salad, potato salad with eggs in it.
No.
You're terrible. I'm going to make you a soft-boiled egg, and you're going to be like, oh, yay, and then you're going to peel it, you're going to break it, and it's going to drip everywhere, and I'm going to feel so accomplished, because those are hard to make.
It's going to be while I'm staying at your house, and I'm going to chuck it at the wall or some shit.
And then the dogs are going to start fighting, and I'm just going to look at you.
And I'm going to look at you, and then you're going to be like, I'm not... What do you want? You knew. I told you a year ago on the podcast. You make me a soft-boiled egg, I chuck it at the wall. What do you expect?
I did a great prank a little while ago where I was doing hard-boiled eggs, and I was like starting to like peel them and stuff. And one of my mates showed up unexpectedly. I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, not bad. Just thought I'd drop by him in the neighborhood. Got some stuff to drop off to you because I let him borrow a few things." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just like breaking up the hard-boiled eggs, taking a egg off the actual egg, the shell off."
Shell.
And
thank you.
And he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Do you need a hand or anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And while he was going and putting my stuff away, I grabbed an egg out and I sort of like dipped it in the water a little bit just so it was like still a bit warm. And I'm like, "Just break this over the sink there." And he just went like this, and the egg just crushed and his hands were covered in yolk. And I'm like, it's funny, but I had to take it the next step because I'm like, he can just wash his hands off now. There's no consequence. Flour. So we had flour on his hands. It was brilliant. So he slapped me. That was fun. Oh. That was really good. It's one of those moments where it's like I should have had a camera running. I should have been more prepared. But that was brilliant. That was very funny. A lot of cleanup.
I feel that. Like my greatest regret is not being able to record the Mario Party night. Just all of it. Just like I have a GoPro now, Scarlett, and like even a little fucking head strap. So next time I come down, I'm just gonna be recording everything.
First person shenanigans.
And I made sure it was shatterproof. So if I fucking faceplant into the floor again,
I feel like I should turn the camera and show the archway where this happened.
Yes, show us the archway where my face just fucking hit the floor.
Right there.
There you go.
And
that's it.
Brilliant.
I thought I was
I can't
tall
wait
enough.
until
I wasn't.
I cannot wait.
It's a long archway.
It is.
We're gonna get so pissed when I come around. I said to Doom, I said, like Australia, we have a thing called a shoey, where you put the alcohol in the shoe and you drink it out of the shoe. Don't know what happens. Specifically, got to be beer. If you don't do it with beer, it's wrong. And I said to Doom, like, dude, when I come there, I'm gonna do my first shoey with you, and you gotta do a shoey too. So, freak, are you down for a shoey? We're all gonna do a shoey.
Do your work shoes that the cat's obsessed with.
Can I go to the store and buy a new pair of shoes? Like.
Yes. So it's actually commonplace that you have to go buy a brand new pair of shoes to do it because there's a weird flavor that comes out of the brand new shoes before you put your feet in, and it adds to the flavor or something. It's
weird.
But you know what's even weirder is that people forget that rule and they'll just do it out of that dirty shoe, or they'll do it out of a flip flop where they put they shove the flip flop in their mouth and then they pour it down and it goes down like a straw.
Tell you what, can I do it out of a boot?
Yeah, do it out of a boot.
Right, cool.
No, not Das Boot. Not Das Boot. I have one too.
No, I was just going to borrow yours.
Oh.
Yeah, we call it the booty. So we've got booty, shoey, and we don't have a thing called thongy. I think it's called the thong chug. Yeah. So yeah, when I come around, we need to get totally shit-faced.
I have full intention of requesting a lot of time off during that time frame.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to take him forever to get over here. And then I got to figure out...
I'm going to be...
Is that cheaper now?
Well, it's the thing. It's like, flight's not going to be available till like end of next year. I'm going to try and save as much money as I can. It's either going to be Harley and I, or depending on if she's got like work that she can't take off, it'll probably just be me.
Well, she is welcome as well. We have a queen size bed. It's fine.
Well, the other thing is, like, if I'm coming down too, like, where am I going?
Your couch.
Well... You'll probably... Well, okay, so I don't know if the cat will still be here then. That's debatable. But I can also send the cat... Oh, my
Go-
mom's
get-
house.
Your mom wants her?
Well, because she doesn't get along, she doesn't get along with the dogs, and so I just feel bad about her being in the room. But she seems perfectly fine. So we're just playing it by ear. But if I needed to, she could go stay at mom's house. We've got a futon. If I get rid of the futon, which I've been thinking about doing, I got an air mattress. There's places for you to sleep. It'll be fine. I mean, besides, the couch is fine.
Yeah, the
Or
couch
I'll
is fine.
put
It's
you
super
up.
comfortable. It's just I gotta
Well,
figure
yeah,
out
blow-
the
Probably
dogs.
sleep in the bathtub. Like we'll find a place for you.
I gotta
You
figure
can
out
do a
the
blow-up
dogs.
mattress.
We got a king size bed. You can just sleep where Dilly sleeps, which is right in between us.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Or I'll just set up a
But yeah.
tent like in the front yard outside of the electric fence range. That way the dogs can stay.
You could do that, like just right in the backyard. I don't know if they will though. Lily will probably get up and bark at shit all the time. Plus, I mean, they're used to sleeping on a bed. They're pretty.
Probably, and it'd be a whole lot easier to not bring the dogs, but it's just a matter of I gotta figure out.
Well,
first,
you
let's
could
get the
board
foreigner
them.
to the country.
that's the big thing. But we can
Yeah,
find a
let's
thing to
get me
board
there.
your dogs because you can.
'Cause, yeah, the
probably
goal-
board them here, so they're still close.
The
Yeah.
goal is once restrictions are lifted or once flight, travel, because they expect it's probably not going to be ready for like 3 years for some places, but I'm pretty sure the states might be open to some.
Trust me,
travel
we're
by
opening
the
up
end
our
of-
borders and everything else way too fucking
Have-
early.
Have you
Yeah.
looked? What's like a price range to fly round trip?
Let me
to
take a look because,
States?
like, obviously, I don't know if they're even going to show you stuff at the moment. Because, like, I've been thinking about it. I'm like, if I book now ahead of time, is it going to be cheap as tits? Like,
Well, I
what's the
know
airport
it's like
in,
$260 round trip for 4 days from here to Wisconsin.
Well, see, he could fly to Charlotte, and you could just pick him up and bring him here.
Yeah, I mean that's a completely
Because don't you
viable
have
option.
Charlotte on your way here?
No,
Charlottesville?
Charlotte's actually 3 hours this way. Then I would have to drive down. So that would turn it
Okay.
into, instead of a 3-hour drive, it'd be like a 5-hour drive.
What airport should I go to?
Charlotte International.
The
'Cause
other
they
option is
won't-
Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, go for Charlotte.
There won't be a flight to Columbia.
So
All-
Charlotte
Unless
is-
you had some weird Passover.
There is an
Charlotte,
airport.
Douglas?
No, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk about North Carolina then because it's
Yeah.
not coming up.
There is an
Yeah.
airport in Asheville which does accept some, not many, but
Mhm.
some international flights. On the off chance we get really lucky, that would be fucking perfect.
True.
And then Charlotte, North Carolina as well is an international airport. And then worst case, you got Atlanta, Georgia. But then that would be on Doom to go and pick you up.
Where is
Yeah.
where would flying into you be?
Flying into me?
To me?
Or to him?
No, Australia.
Brisbane.
Yeah, Brisbane.
Brisbane,
So I'm
Australia.
I'm just gonna select
Round
travel dates.
trip.
So,
Depart.
oh,
Sure, why not? We'll do today because I don't care.
so the latest I can actually select is May 2021. So I'm gonna have to go like I'll go 8th of April to because I want to do it for a month. So we'll do
I
it
probably
there.
won't be able to
There
stay for a month.
Well, obviously.
we go. Yeah. All right. So
I mean,
search
flying
flights.
internationally, yeah,
I
I would expect. more
I
than
don't
we
even
go
know
for.
if it's going to show anything. So yeah, I'm going from Brisbane to Charlotte. Return flight departing Thursday, 8th of April. Returning Monday, 3rd of.
$1,600.
Yeah, it's about $1,800. If we go Air New Zealand, Virgin
So-
Australia, it's quite pricey. It's quite pricey.
I'm looking at Delta and its economy, and it would actually be Brisbane to Los Angeles to
Yep.
Atlanta to Columbia.
It would be connecting flights. There are many different ones. The more expensive you go, the more of a direct flight it's going to be. So
I mean, on
Right.
the bright side, you can land directly in Columbia, 20-minute
Should be
drive
very
from
easy
Doom's
for us.
house.
yeah,
What's the,
because we'd probably rent a car. Maybe we'd probably rent a car.
That can get real pricey though, especially
Yeah,
if it's
over
for a
here,
long
it's like a
time.
fucking joke.
Yeah.
Best
Okay.
bet would be just make Doom come pick you up, and then welcome to America. Literally, all the food can be delivered to you. It's you don't have to.
Yeah,
Except at our
literally.
house. Not at our house.
You don't know
I'm
by
just
the
gonna
time he
quickly go-
gets over here. Maybe you got a new fucking super highway. I don't know.
Could do.
But I mean, no,
That's actually not that bad though. Like
it's a lot of money, but really, because it's a 24-hour flight, $1,600 round trip for He's talking a month. It might go up or down. I don't know what you did for your like leave and departure. But yeah. That could be a fun week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know.
So there's even one. So basically, they all go to Atlanta, and then there are a couple from Atlanta to Asheville.
Okay. I mean, either
Well, granted,
way,
I've also, yeah, and I mean there are some very cheap flight places. Like, let's go to TripAdvisor. This is fun.
I was about to say, I
For
mean,
the thing-
either way, he's either going to be 20 minutes from you or 20 minutes from me. Regardless,
Yeah.
somebody's driving 3 hours, and that person is me.
That's not changing.
Yeah, no. Just let's hope he plans his trip up here before I move further away.
I'm sorry. I thought you loved that house. You're staying in that house forever. Me.
I'll text you about that.
And why farther away, you jerk? You're supposed to come back. That's the whole
I
plan.
honestly, no
My
shit,
head.
swear to God, the house that they're building next to your guys, I was like,
Oh, it's already built. People already live there, but I
Oh.
love it. The best part about that house, though, is because it's I don't even know what to call it, but it's basically like a blueprint house. Like, they build them all the time. You could just find a plot of land and say, I want this one here.
yeah, but it was more exciting to be your guys' next door neighbor.
Oh, we would move too. Don't worry.
You should just pick up, move, and go north with me.
That can't happen. We've got family.
So
Oh,
do
here's a
I.
flight.
I've got like 6
1200.
different family members down there.
Yes, but we can't leave Doom's father. Because he likes to fall off ladders and go into comas.
Fun. You guys heard it
He's a
here
great
first.
guy.
Doom's father is Danny DeVito 2.0.
Pretty much. But no, like I've got a lot of family here. He's got his Faja, and it just doesn't make sense to us that we could go anywhere else. Plus,
just
we're not
fucking-
like you, and we don't feel the need to do all that yet.
I just fucking hate it. I hate it down there so much. Every time I went down for my hospital visits, I hate it.
I hate it too. I don't want to live here. It's not a pretty place. People are shitty, but it is what it is, and I'm not changing it.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're not as tied down as I was and am not anymore. I don't fucking know. Like, because I was talking to my family about how I might move again. And they're like, where do you want to go? I was like, I'm 25. By the time I'm able to move, I'll be 26, unmarried, no kids. I can go wherever the fuck I want.
Yep. I'm not having kids.
Like, no, I want kids. Just at the time, like, I might as well. Like, Washington is a viable option for me. I always wanted to move to Washington.
It's expensive. It's beautiful, but it's expensive as shit.
I'm paying $2,000 a month in rent here.
That's because you're paying rent.
Yeah, I know. So I'll just buy a house.
Purchase,
I
yeah,
might
'cause
stay in Asheville, which would be. I mean, you guys would have to come visit me sometime. Might cut out. Continue.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I made noises.
I heard.
Because I actually
Fucking
wanted to
seal.
say, you talk about purchasing a house. I saw how cheap it is to buy houses over there. Like, you can buy a pretty nice place for like what, 100,000?
Yeah.
More than that. I mean, so they're not. It depends. Like,
Cost
so
of
when we were
living
buying-
everywhere varies wildly.
Yeah.
like, I pay a lot less in taxes here than my mom does 10 minutes, 15 minutes up the road.
Yeah. But like, you know, for like roughly for like a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom or 2-bathroom place, how much would it cost to purchase?
Depends. So, like, we've got, when we were looking for houses, for example, our budget was not great. I mean, we were young, and the problem is the only liability we had was his car because I never had to pay for anything. So there wasn't a lot of like, hey, we know you can pay for stuff. So our approval was not great, even though we both have really high credit scores. It just that had tied into it. So like for what we were looking for, I think our max was like, I think the max we got approved for was like 140 to 150, and in our area, a decent size house for which we wanted to pay less than that because I didn't want to pay that much. It was basically like we were looking at like $1,000 a month. They were all really freaking old. But I also live in like the town, the city closest to us is like it's called historic, so they do have a lot of older stuff there. But they are building it up, so that's cool. But yeah, so like they were really old. So like $130,000 would get us a bigger house, but an older house that would have required a lot more work, like wood paneling everywhere, gross carpet, gross appliances, like not something that I wanted to deal with. Also, I have this really weird fear of having things that other people have had and like hauntings and stuff. Like I don't buy used clothing. It creeps me out. I don't know why. But yeah, so when we found our house, it was actually more like at the top of our budget, but it's a newer house. It was built in 2012 and it's only had one owner. So we have wood floors. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I only have carpet in one room, which is nice, even though it's gross and I want to get rid of it.
It's a nice
granite countertops everywhere.
I love your living room, kitchen.
Yeah, it's open. The only thing that pisses me off is above our sink. I want to cut a hole out so I can see into the living room. There was
like
a hole.
A little window like I had.
The fuckers filled it in. When they built the house, it was a bar.
Just sledgehammer it. Dude, I'd be ecstatic to do.
I'm going to one day, but I also hate the granite countertops, so I'd have to match the granite, and I hate this granite. But yeah, and like we also got because we live in a place with cheaper taxes. But because they wanted like I think they wanted $140 for our house, and we talked them down because we don't have a garage. And that was kind of a big thing.
You do have a long driveway though. You can fit a lot.
I do
have
a long driveway. You can. Dale wants a garage though, but
well, yeah, garages are.
But yeah, so like for this and for what we have, like. I mean, I know people that were paying way more in rent. Like, our mortgage is less than $900 a month. And
because sorry, I'll just say, like, because I'm listening to this, I'm like, that's fucking insane. Because I decided to look up because to get a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom place over here, standard. I did the calculations from Australian to American. To get something similar to yours over here would be 240,000 American dollars.
That's insane.
That's why when Harley and I decided to buy a house,
is what you're telling me.
It's not. These houses suck. Like I'm literally like I said to Harley, I'm like because she's like I want to buy a Nissan GTR because of course. And I was like, I want to get this car. And she's like,
nice.
Exactly, and she was like, you can't get that car until we buy a house. And I'm like, well, we wouldn't buy a house here because we're not forking out $350,000 for a house over here because that's just fucking ridiculous. And I said we would move to the States probably because I looked at housing in Canada because free healthcare, heart condition, I kind of need that shit.
I'm actually considering moving to Canada.
I have a friend who lives in Canada.
I've got a couple.
How much does the housing cost over there compared to America? Is it very similar? Because if it's similar to Australia, I'm just coming to America because I have heard that everything in Canada, price-wise, is very similar to Australia.
I could text my friend and ask him.
Yeah, it's literally I would move to America because buying a house in a nice spot, getting something very easy for $140,000 American dollars is brilliant. It's a brilliant concept. It's a brilliant idea to me because renting a place over here is the best way to go about it because getting a mortgage out over here, too expensive. It's too expensive to get a mortgage. You will most likely not get accepted if you're, haven't been working for 3 years.
I will say that one of the only reasons why we could buy our house when we bought our house is because we qualified for something called the USDA loan, which is basically a loan for people that don't make a whole lot of money. Me. But it's where you don't have to pay a down payment because you're buying a house in a more rural area and they want more people to move there. So lucky for us, we did not have to do a down payment. Now, if we didn't have that, I probably would have done it through the VA because I am of military descent.
That's what I was looking into, and I'm really mad that I lost that option.
A non-down payment because that would have effed us royally because we had been looking to buy a house but not really saving because we were banking on the USDA thing. But we kind of needed a place, and renting is not an option for us because of our dogs.
Yeah.
Why it's so fucking hard for me.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult. If it's not because they're pit bulls, it's because they're both more than 45 pounds. So, and plus renting, no joke, like to rent the house that I currently own would probably cost me at least $1,500, if not more.
Which blows my fucking mind, because...
Which is crazy, because the mortgage is $600 cheaper.
Not even that, so... Ladies first.
Oh, I was going to say, but even so, if you... And they're like, yeah, but that has utilities. Yes, but with my electric and my water, it's still only like $1,000 to $1,100. You're still paying me for a shit ton more.
To put into perspective more for you, Chrono, in terms of cost of living in places, I don't own a house yet, never have. I stopped twirling your mustache. Holy shit! You got the you got the bits going on.
I've got it. Right. I got to add some like hair gel or something just to keep it there.
So the house that I lived in down in Columbia, near-ish to Doom and Scarlet, was 4-bed, 3-bath. It was 3,000 square feet. I had a 3-car garage, a big-ass piece of land. I paid $1,100 a month in rent for it.
That's fucking brilliant.
It was fantastic. Except for the snake that got into the house.
That's not a worry for me. I'm in Australia, aren't I?
You're like, oh, what's up, bud?
It's my biggest phobia.
It's like, hey, buddy.
I live in a 4-bed, 3-bath house now. That is 1,500 square feet. So it's half the size of the house that I moved from.
I'm pretty sure it's only a little bit bigger than this house.
And your guys' house is fatter. Mine's longer. I've got a very narrow house that just goes.
Yeah, ours looks small from the front, but it extends a little bit. Actually, no, I don't know. It's not a big house, but I like it.
I'm paying $1,900 a month in rent.
Which is fucking insane.
Bullshit.
But that's the cost of living in this whole
see how much
city. I found like a 1-bed, 1-bath house, because, apartments aren't going to let Kane in.
Right.
1-bed, 1-bath house in like the most crime-ridden part of Asheville is still like $1,300.
See, now we actually... So I was really pissed off when they started building houses around us, because when we bought our house, they told us that nobody could build across the street or next door to us, and we were like, fuck yeah,
and
don't want to live by people. They did, but the houses they built all around the corner are in the 200,000s. My house value has already gone up $10,000 from what we bought it at.
Which means that when you guys want to move, you can just sell it for a profit and come up.
Plus, what we've done to it, we've updated the appliances. My paint job is better, for one.
You would leave your appliances? Like you wouldn't bring your washer and dryer?
I'd bring my washer and dryer. Well, unless they offered us a lot of money for it, because the washer and dryer match the fridge, and the kitchen appliances. But we're gonna remove the carpet. Like, there's a couple things that we want to do, but we're also in a really good school district, so we're one of the like higher rated areas. So we could probably, like, doing all that we wanted to do, get maybe $150 for our house, and we paid like $132.
That's not bad at all.
So if I could make that $18,000 in 5 years, I'm cool with that.
See, I gotta say, we pay rent by the week over here.
Ew.
So, Freak, I looked up how much your rent would cost over here a week in Australian. And for Australian dollars, that's $675 a week. Now, in comparison...
Do you think I'm getting robbed, Chrono, because everybody else does, and I do too?
Yeah.
Yes, because literally, if I go onto realestate.com, our real estate agent's website, where we just go for all the places, and look for places to rent. Minimum wage over here is like $19 an hour, I think.
Fuck, I wish. Minimum wage over here is $7.25.
It's $7.45 actually.
$7.25 still. It has not federally been approved across the country. They have rolled it out to certain states. It's still $7.25.
in all fairness, it doesn't really matter because even if their minimum is $19, that's only $4 than what I am currently making, and my house would cost me like 3 times what I pay for it.
Freak, dude, you are being ripped the fuck off. You can buy a full apartment not buy, but you can rent a full apartment in the city in a sky rise for the same price as your house.
Australia. I can have a penthouse in Australia for what I'm paying.
You can have a penthouse for what you're paying in over there. Like literally $440 for this place. $440 per week for this beautiful apartment. It's it's a sky rise, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-car location, and it's like $440 per week. That's insane compared to what you're paying. There are some here, like there's this beautiful house, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 cars. It's $520 per week.
Chrono, I want you to pause because you think this is bad.
Yeah.
I want you, just for shits and giggles, just for fun, just little laughter for me and Scarlett here, look up how much it would cost to rent an apartment in New York City.
This is going to be
a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City. Okay, I'm trying to look. What's an international realtor site? Because I'm trying to find house listings in Brisbane, but realtor.com won't let me go out of the country.
Go for realestate.com.au.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all right. So oh wait, hold on. Where was that? Wait, I gotta check the calculations of. Okay, so $2,700 per month for you where you are. This Wait, what does this place got? It's got what?
What's an acreage?
Acres.
An acreage? Yeah, okay. Acres. Yeah,
it's acres. How many acres you have? Square.
I would not. Dude, seriously, to get an apartment in Brisbane City over here is 10 times, not 10 times. Fuck it, that's much. But it's like half the price. Half the price a month of New York City. And
what are you looking at? Like 900 square feet, maybe, on whatever you're looking at right now?
Literally this one here, which is $2,900 per month, is 428 square feet. Now, if I look at... Oh my god! I'm going to look at something which is a 1-bedroom, 1, bathroom as well,
now,
for
Chrono,
$440.
I have more for you.
Yeah?
Hold on. I'm currently looking at a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 784 meters, I'm guessing, is what meters squared, square meters, whatever. Is that the measurement for you?
Yeah, it'd be meters.
Whatever our square foot is. This house, $215,000.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
I know. This is fun.
It is. I mean, we've gone on for an hour and 45 minutes, so we probably should end the podcast soon. But
no, we're not done because I've got one more thing to do.
I've got one more for you to look up too.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do this.
You think New York City's bad? New York City is not the most expensive city to live in this country.
What is LA?
No.
Ah! Sorry. Oh my god. So here we go. The price. So this 1-bedroom, 1 place for $440 a week. Same thing, basically, as the American one. Except the American one is $1,000 per week. And it's smaller, too. This place is, like, pretty freaking big. This one's like, what is it? 700 square feet? Compared to the 400 square feet of the other one? That's insane. Real estate!
Look up San Francisco.
Oh, that's right.
San Francisco has officially become the #1 highest cost of living city in the United States of America.
My friend in Canada says it's cheaper to live in Canada in terms of American dollars.
It is. Toronto is relatively... I want to hear that. Toronto's relatively the same price as Asheville, with free healthcare up there.
The cheapest one that I see here is about $6,000 a month? Australian? $6,000 a month? That's like the most expensive one I've seen? That's insane.
Welcome to the States.
Well, so basically, if you're gonna rent, come to Australia. If you're going to purchase, go to the States. That's basically the moral of all this.
This house costs $144,000.
That's so like
That's no.
It is a 1-bedroom, 1 bath.
And that's where you are, Freak. Is that where you are?
No. She's looking at you.
This is in Australia.
Oh, that's Australia. Oh, $140,000 for that. That's Australian $140,000. Yes, so
I'm trying to look at what a house in my, like, when I see $140,000 would get me, because that's about my house.
Yeah, so that's 97,000 United States dollars for that place. Yeah,
this one is a cave. This is a literal cave house.
Literally, and that's why when we purchased, I'm moving.
$135,000, but it's like a freaking cave.
What the fuck? That's actually kind of cool, though. Hold up. Wait, what?
That is. What? What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so basically, if we could secure me a job before I get there, I would
get you a job at Target.
I can get you a job serving tables in a heartbeat. You just have to keep
making $15 an hour.
$15. I mean, that's still something, because Harley can get transferred to IKEA.
Yep. No, she can't.
IKEA's in Charlotte.
Yeah, IKEA, like, all right, say you moved to Columbia or Lexington, Camden, whatever, where Doom and Scarlet are living. For Harley to get to work, she would have to drive 3 hours.
And from you?
3 hours.
I know it's 3 hours. So it's 3 hours either way. Well, if we move
Charlotte is a relatively big city, so it'll be more expensive to live there as well.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, we're gonna work something out because I'm bored of Australia. I know I've said some great things about it, but my god, it is the most boring country in the world. Our city's small.
You also have to factor in immigration.
God, you're gonna be bored as hell here then.
Yeah, no, don't go to South Carolina.
When I think of Australia, I think of everything I've seen in movies, which is something I was gonna ask you later. But yeah, like I think of Australia as being the shit that I've seen on TV and in movies, and it's like resort place, but I guess it's different to live there.
Well, it's, my town it's a small town with, like, not
all right,
basically we live in Hillbillyville.
We can happily continue this conversation after, but we are closing in on 2 hours, so I feel like we probably should end this Oddcast, considering we were shooting for 45 minutes. And then Steve Irwin.
Any questions?
Irwin opened up so many cans of worms, and we barely even talked about food. But no, I mean, do you guys have anything else to say? Any parting gifts? Any tidbits?
So I'm moving to the States. I should be here more often.
Always. I'll take you over, Doom. Yeah, or we can do all of us.
We should do all of us. Yeah, we should all do.
It's gonna be hard for you guys to do, though. I either need to get you a second iPad or like headphone splitter or something.
Well, or I can sit in another room and do my phone. That way we don't have. Or better
yet, how about he builds a PC?
Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Until this is not this, no.
Look, you can take.
I don't want your Lord. Is that your Lord of the Rings one?
Yeah, it is.
You wouldn't give me that anyway.
Actually, this one's super, like, old and worn. Like, it's not gold anymore, like the One Ring's supposed to be. It's fucking silver now. So I need to replace it anyways. But, yeah, no, we need to get Doom a PC, which is something that I want to talk about when actually he's able to get on. And
somebody I know is selling one, and I did show it to him, but I don't know if he was actually interested.
Send it to me? Well, I'm very curious, like, the actual specs of the build. But
it didn't say.
Of course. We can continue rambling on for a couple hours, which I feel like we might do anyways. But
not a couple hours, because I have to work tomorrow.
So do I. I gotta be up in a couple hours. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning into this month-long hiatus. That's why we gave you an extra long episode. We took a month off of the Oddcast, and we had our first ever guest. So
not sure if you actually went to hear everything we talked about, but we did it.
This was actually probably the most fun I've had on a podcast in a while. Like the horror one was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the horror one. And then this one was just, it's been a fun time. So congratulations, Doom. You've been kicked out of the Gamers of the Roundtable. Everybody welcome Scarlet instead to replace his bitch ass. And thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And we will see you all in the next. Have a good night.
Bye.